Hey guys!
Alright folks, we're here to check out the Patreon poll winner of the week, my dying bride, with the second of 3 bells. Alright. There's no jokes there.
There's no jokes, but I got caught off guard by Ten Hag in the first frame here.
Alright.
Because I didn't look at the screen at all until
they are British, but
yeah, true.
So there is that connection. I don't know.
Maybe if they're seeing this,
I don't know if he's a Man United fan though.
Maybe they still find
even if he's a Man United fan. There's not many Ten Hag fans right now out there. Let me just put it that way.
True.
That guy doesn't have many. His fan base is dwindling.
True.
He's dwindling. He almost went to Benfica.
He almost went to He didn't almost go to Glad, but there was rumor he would go to Gladbach from Ajax, and then he ended up going to.
Good for everybody else.
Yeah, very good for everybody else.
Good for everybody else.
Gladbach's not doing
They probably would have been doing worse with him. Anyhow, My Dying Bride, the second of 3 bells. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Well, he's thinking about the lineup for the next game.
Maguire at center back again.
Aaron is like, if I was Ten Hag, who would I put as my striker? that ending just... Wow.
Damn.
Fuck.
He had this in him while he was thinking about the lineup.
Yeah, he was like, do I play Bruno Fernandes as attacking midfielder, or do I push him a little bit more further back and have him more as a duo in the middle of the park?
Oh, you're actually thinking like him now. Like
yeah, which is like stupid things to think of. I'm not saying Aaron is stupid. I'm talking about Ten Hag here.
Today I may put... You know what?
I'm going to put Varane at left back.
I'm not going to play Varane at all. I'm going to put Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans.
Because, yeah, what a great duo. What a great duo. Harry Maguire is so good, he doesn't even need John Evans. Just put him by himself.
Yeah, but John Evans is a legend. You got to put him there.
He's a legend. Wow. He's a legend.
He's a club legend, man.
Oh, fuck. You know your club is going in the shits when John Evans is a club legend. Anyways.
I mean, he left a long time ago.
When I think of club legends in defense for Man United, I think of like guys like Gary Pallister, not fucking John Evans.
Gary Pallister is like the one you went to, not even like Rio Ferdinand or like an obvious one like Vidic even.
Yeah, but that's more like
recent.
More recent than Gary Pallister.
Yeah.
Gary Pallister is like a real throwback. We're talking about like Eric Cantona times. You know what I mean? So like, but to me, he was a legend. That whole team with Roy Keane, him, you know, the ginger boy. You know who I'm talking about.
Paul Scholes.
Yeah. Is there any other? Well, yeah, Nicky Butt. He was also a ginger. Do you know Nicky Butt?
I do actually, yeah.
Yeah. There's always a butt with that guy.
Yeah.
There's always a butt with Nicky.
Nicky Butt.
Am I going to play Nicky? But I could also play somebody else. Anyhow, enough of the puns. For those watching, they probably think I'm a big Man United fan, which I'm not at all.
No,
not at all. Not at all. I'm just a football fan.
Yeah.
So and I just like to watch good football, which these days means not watching Man United.
Exactly. So, that's why you know all the older stuff, because that's when they were playing good.
Because that's when it mattered. That's when they were good. Not now. Anyhow, what do you think about this new My Dying Bride song?
I mean,
this is the second single we checked out, by the way. They have a new album coming out in April, and yeah.
The song, how do I explain this? So, the slower part, which is pretty
much the whole song, with the exception of those harsh vocals when they got heavier.
I think those harsh vocals were perfect. But I think they were perfect, and they did what they needed to do, because the song was, not in a bad way, very drawn out, very just...
Yeah, something. You can't go 6 minutes of that. I mean, it feels like at that point you're drowning within the song.
But I feel like that's my little issue, is that I felt like those heavy vocals and stuff were a little bit too late for what I kind of wish they were.
Oh, you wanted them more in the middle?
Yeah, because more in the middle, just because the drawn outness of this song, it makes the time go by slower, right? Because it makes you
time stand still.
Time stands still.
Okay.
And not for a bad reason. You know, sometimes there's stuff that moves slow that you just like, fuck, get it over with. But then there's stuff like this where it's more of like, it's pulling your soul. Like your body's only moving because it's pulling your soul. And I enjoy it, but I feel like it doesn't have the same impact from, like, it's not pulling the soul anymore when since it kept going as long as it did. I feel like it needed that part a little bit, just even like 10 more seconds, whatever the case.
Half a minute earlier.
I think it would have been perfect. It's good where it is. Perfect if it was a little bit there. Because, like I said, it got to a point where it was like, no longer is it pulling the soul. It doesn't have the same effect anymore. The effect that it's trying to get from the listener, in this case me, it's not getting that. It's not doing that to me anymore. But then it, plays back, and then the cycle continues. But it's good. It's a good cycle. Like, I'm getting caught in goodness.
Yeah, and then in the second half, the song goes back to the original formula. I'm calling the second half. It's what comes after that part.
Yeah.
Isn't if you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So in that second part of the song, following that, you also have now the addition of the violin.
True.
which is a nice dynamic that changes. That wasn't it was the keys before, you get the violin
Yeah,
after.
but
I think that's a nice dynamic.
I think it gives a change, but yet not as big as a change as you may think, because it's on. It's
But I think what the violin does in that second half is it emphasizes the melancholy of the song.
Yeah.
It just, you have that reset, and then when the song comes back and you add the violins, you're giving the listener the same thing, but now like turned to 11, because that's what it happens there. It feels the deepness of the melancholy feels even deeper.
Yeah.
Once you bring in the violin into that second half. That's my perspective of it. I like the song the way it is because I felt like it came at the right time. They set it up perfectly because you know something is going to happen. You're not sure what it is. Even in the video, the way the drummer looks at you right before the harsh vocals come in and the song gets heavier in that portion there, he kind of gives you a look of, is there a breakdown coming? And then I realized, no, there's not going to be a breakdown.
Is there a breakdown?
But I was like, is there going to be some big squeals? I'm not going to lie. All of those thoughts kind of
really
raced through my mind because the way they set up that part is just it's very similar to the way deathcore bands set it up. You know what I mean?
No way was it going to be like a breakdown or pig squeals.
I know, but I'm just saying, the way they set it up, right? The way they set it up,
I can't even mimic the pig squeals.
Neither can I. The way they set it up, it kind of reminded me how those songs set those moments up.
Yeah, it sets
right?
it up in the same way, but when you're listening to this, you're like,
it's not. But what I was wondering is like, my mind, I was thinking really quick. It's like, it's going to be big squeals. Of course, it's not going to be big squeals. It's going to be a breakdown. Of course, it's not going to be a breakdown. So my mind was like racing. Like, what are they going to do now that they set it up for that? Because if I was listening to Lorna Shore, if I was listening to
what you're expecting is what you're gonna get.
Yeah. If I was listening to any of those bands like Artist Murder or whatever, that's kind of what I would get at that time. You know what I mean? Like super deep, big squeals with a heavy breakdown behind it. So the way they set it up remind me of those bands, but I know they're not gonna deliver what those bands deliver because that's not who they are.
Yeah.
So my mind was like, what are we getting? And I thought that moment there where the song makes your mind question what's coming, I think it's really important because you almost forget about how the song was up until that point. It works as a really good reset, and then it sets up the second half. I'm not with you on this one. I don't mind where it is. For me, it's perfect where it is.
I think a little
because of the setup.
I think a little bit over, like I said, half a minute even.
Okay, so we're not that far apart. We're not worlds apart.
Yeah. When the song finishes, you think it's in my mind, I thought it was in the perfect place, but then when I sit back and think about it, and I think about the feelings I had throughout the song, I feel like if it was a half a minute earlier, I would have been clocked in, in that zone.
But this song
fully.
Is amazing.
But
so is the first single. Both have been really good. So, the sound on this track, those guitars, once again, man. I'm falling in love with the guitar sound on this album. With these two singles, the guitar sound has been outstanding.
The guitar sound, like, it gives you that feeling, like, when he's playing it, like, he's, like, pulling the strings to make that sound.
Yeah, the notes just keep going.
Like, since they're running, it's like he plays the note, and then he's, like,
he just bends it a little bit.
He's pulling the strings away.
He's just bending it a little bit, and it's just going. Like, it just keeps going. And then when the note is finishing is when the next one starts, and the next one does exactly the same thing. It just goes really deep. I love that. It's just prolonging the notes like that. It's so fucking cool. I like it. All right, guys, this is it for this one. Hit us up in the comment section. Let us know your thoughts, and we'll see you all at the next video.
See ya.